State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Luck on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Well, we knew this game had the potential to have quite a few twists and turns, but maybe not on the very first play of the game.
And not only did they end up with an interception, they got an actual bonus, too. A nice return ends up setting them up first and goal. What a change and what a twist.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check.
Love. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jackson now. And a big as he's taken down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
March 50, March 50, March 50. Washington run.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Ebron caught left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go,
Luck now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Alert 3.
Again, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
No.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Ravens.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go. Check. 58, boy. 58. Switch gears.
Down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the Colts' 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They pitch it out to Hunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Pierre Desir in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go,
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 46-yard pass.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. We're rolling. Right.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You don't want no problem from me.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 15.
X3, 218, chop it. 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lund. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 71 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This will be taken short.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 right. Check 50. Let's go, B. Big Sears right here.
From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, check.
Jackson steps away. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and 2, Locke. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check out. Red 80. 11B. SOS.
Rush in.
On second down now. It's Hines. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on third down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 58, boys. 58, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
To throw is Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 53. Rip right. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
So don't say nothing.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go. Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Let's go, G. 58.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Brought in left side by Snead. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They run the counter. Hines. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 68 yards as they are able to cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that trims the lead down to 9. There's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's get it. Set, cut, go to base. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Right over there. Handle. 58 right there. Go. And 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Whoa.
Watch it.
Down right.
He's coming. Double up.
On.
Double up.
Off of play action. Luck. Caught left side by Funchess. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
390.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 1st down, Luck. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 3 buzz. 58 right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58 right there.
No, ready.
And 58.
Jackson from the shotgun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Jackson is going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 69 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Luck. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, 54 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
53 to Mike. 53. Chase.
On third down, Jackson. Now he's forced out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second and Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They run again with Hunt. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Hunt, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like
he's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 10, Luck again. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
That's me. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Ricky.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.